Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin, and A Violent Nature is the latest horror film from Shudder. The undead killer soon embarks on a bloody rampage to retrieve the stolen locket, slaughtering anyone who gets in his way. I give horror films a lot of crap lately because they are just the most generic garbage that is just half-ass put out just to please like the modern audiences, like because there's people out there that like tarot, don't know how, but there is. But every once in a while, there is a horror film that does put a unique spin on the genre, like Late Night with the Devil, which was a fantastic horror film, a very suspenseful horror film. I would say that in A Violent Nature is on that level with the Late Night Devil. Now, does it have some issues? I definitely. But this is a unique take on the slasher genre. This movie is basically like Friday the 13th, but all from the point of view of Jason. Now, it honestly really does seem like this was originally going to be a Friday the 13th movie because like everything based around this character Johnny, who comes back to life after these teenagers take a locket that was important to him. He gets resurrected from. It does have that stupidity of like a slasher thing, it's like a Friday the 13th slasher thing, where it's like the most ridiculous thing is like what makes him come back to life. So the idea of it being from the killer's perspective throughout the whole entire film, that you don't really see, like really leave his like point of view, actually interests me a lot. And so I was curious, like, okay, am I going to really care about the characters? Like, are they going to even try to get me to care about the characters? And they slightly do, but in these horror films, I could care less about the characters because they're just, at least in the Friday the 13th films, they're boring, they're awful characters, terrible written. Besides that, this film has a lot of interesting kills. Now, a lot of reviews that do come out saying like, "Oh, this movie is going to make you vomit." I'm like, okay, all right, if that's the case, I'm interested. I don't want to be one of those people that come out vomiting me, but it sounds like it has that level of like fucked upness, and it doesn't really. There is one scene that is pretty fucking brutal. I'm like, what the fuck? But the majority of this movie is, I would say that Terrifier is way better at like being more fucked up than this movie. I think people that say like, "Oh, this movie is gonna make you vomit," they're being a little bit dramatic. Terrifier 2, well, that I could see, because holy shit, that bedroom scene, like, oh god. But it is kind of a slow build to that moment to get to the stuff that you do want to see is Johnny killing people, killing these teens. But when it does start getting to that point, it fucking goes off the rails with the kills. Like it's it's pretty nuts. But again, nothing really brutal like Terrifier. I'm gonna give In a Violent Nature a B+. I highly recommend it seeing this weekend if you're a horror fan. But again, it's its own like unique thing. This is a slow build horror film, not a big like jump type of horror film. That's kind of like the best way how I can put it. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. And like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.